festive welcome to In the Zone, the sports show that's dedicated to all sports across our region. Throughout the series, I'm going to be talking to our very own Olympians and international sporting stars, and I'll be spending a lot of time on location, featuring some of our great sporting events and great sporting causes. I'll be speaking to administrators and chief execs of some of the highest Premier League teams down to our grassroots, and getting a feel and understanding to what makes a club tick. It's going to be so important that I interact with as many people as I can. Social media, of course, is leading the way in that area, so please feel free, and we will do everything we can to report on your results. This is your show. On this show we've got England and Liverpool legend John Barnes. John gave away the free kit from McDonald's to the West Kirby Wasps, an FA partner from 10 years plus. Great day, enjoyed the filming, and the boys had a thoroughly great time with John coaching them. So Martin, we've got you here today, Club Secretary, West Kirby Wasps. What a day it is today, Martin.
Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? It's grown out of all proportion. We knew it was happening earlier in the week, and texts have gone round and emails today saying ITV we're here and Bay TV, so it's just fantastic for the football club.
As a chief executive of the Cheshire FA, how does this make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, we're delighted. This club have worked tirelessly within this area over a number of years. You know, you see the award that's behind us. That recognises the good practice that this club have actually put in place.
Whilst football is very competitive, we like to treat our kids with all the respect, and we want them to come down and enjoy themselves, basically. And we've grown and grown and grown, and the number of children now on a Saturday morning, I think we're approaching 250 every Saturday morning.
The West Kirby Wasps are leading the way.
They've just won Community Club of the Year for the county. Then they won the regional award as well. And also the structure that they've built up here is fantastic, and it's brilliant to see such an ambassador such as John Barnes coming down, you know, taking part in some of the coaching sessions for the coaches to see.
From your perspective, you run a lot of teams. Can you just tell us a little bit more about the teams that you run now?
We've got hundreds of coaches now who are just wanting to be a part of it. And what we're trying to do is, we're not going out there to win, you know, the Premier League. What we're doing is we're just trying to make it fun for the kids, you know, and I think that's really showing by the numbers that are turning up.
A key part of my role at the minute is around facility development and coach education. And you will have seen a lot from Greg Dyke's commission, certainly around the facilities which has just been launched and these hub sites. So my role really will be to try and position Cheshire and then position some of the clubs such as West Kirby Wasps so that they are in a position to be able to take some of these hub sites and kind of be masters of their own destiny, but we also, most importantly, provide a really strong culture and learning environment for children and coaches to be able to develop in and play the national game.
How does girls football focus on your agendas at the FA?
From the European Championships in 2005, which were held in the Northwest, which were fantastically successful, but to recently see Wembley filled to 55,000 people, and actually it could have been further, is just a tremendous testament to how much the FA have actually put the support and the infrastructure now, most importantly the infrastructure, in place to allow the game to grow. Girls are going to have their own role models to be able to look up to, and that's so important. I mean, you've seen today, John Barnes is here. These kids will know who John Barnes is, they've looked up to him, but for females to be able to have the likes of Rachel Brown and Farrah Williams and Karen Carney, for them to have the role models is going to be so important to move the game to another level moving forwards, I think.
Gary,
yes.
Fantastic morning.
Yes,
very windy, very cold.
But still enjoyable.
But we had lots and lots of children out there enjoying it.
Over the moon with it, really over the moon. And so we've got children of 3, 4 and some 5-year-olds. Great, because we've never had kits before for our children, so they've got brand new kits, our colour, tremendous, I think. And parents are over the moon with them as well.
Did you score any goals this morning? You scored some goals. Robbie, kids full of joy.
Absolutely, every week they're a joy to work with, they enjoy it. It's the smiles on the faces and the enthusiasm's fantastic. We couldn't ask for more from the kids.
And Robbie, you coach here. You're a coach here. What age group are you coaching?
Again, I work with the 3 to 6 year olds with Gary. We need the coaches. We have big groups, great groups of kids with we're working with large numbers every week. The players of the future all start at this level, don't they? I think it's been seen this week that the kids from the 2034 World Cup are going to be playing at this age group now. So if we don't look after them now, they're not going to progress to the players we know they can be.
It's 150,000 kits over the next 4 years, I believe. Of course, you've been awarded one this morning. What were the kids like when they received the award?
Well, they're absolutely delighted because, what tends to happen is as they get a little bit older, sometimes a parent might put his hand in his pocket and buy a kit for us or something. But when they start at that age, they're all new, so they haven't got a kit. So that kit that we actually got from McDonald's, we gave to our very young ones who are like only 6 years old. So they were just delighted to actually receive a kit and they can wear the kit that everybody else is wearing.
Ethan, did you play football this morning?
Yeah.
Tell me how you played.
We did skills and we scored goals and we did kicks and we did very high kicks and I scored a goal.
You scored a goal. You've been a busy boy this morning, haven't you? I heard that one of your girls from an early age has now signed contracts with Liverpool and has been awarded a place in the England squad.
Absolutely, yes, that was just great news for us. Neve, she started with us when she was 6 years old. Started just kicking a little ball around with the rest of them, but stayed with the boys' teams right all the way through. She had the opportunity to go to girls' teams. She chose to stay with the boys because they were the friends and everything. So went right through. And as you said, yes, she was recently just playing for the England under-17s.
As far as female footballers are concerned, you have a girl that plays football.
Yeah, I do. My daughter Gabriella, she joined the club. She joined with a couple of her classmates as well. It's been fantastic. She's learned to be part of a team, and it's also taught her that it's not just a boys' game, that girls and boys play it as they are starting to get into more and more sports. And she's got some lovely skills out of it, how to share, how to stand up for herself and how to take turns, so she's really enjoyed it and we've definitely seen the benefit in her.
Often I hear that the girls are actually tougher than the boys.
Well, yes, definitely, just like her mum and dad, yeah.
It sends out a message that we want to develop children from a young age from the development group and integrate them into higher age groups so they can still play for many years to come, not just with this age group but continue their development through the club.
And just for the viewers at home watching, John Barnes, he's a legend in this region, of course. Did he have any nice, kind words for you and any for your coaches early on?
Not really, no, because he did. Well, mind you, one of the coaches did try to nutmeg him, which is not a good thing. But yeah, it was. I mean, interesting. We had our under-14s team who were actually kicking off in a competitive league game, and he went over there and did some inspirational words about keeping you disciplined. So I think the lads were absolutely delighted with that. So it'll be interesting to see how they actually get on, having had a team talk from John.
As you said, for John Barnes coming down, I think for these who watch football on the telly, I know for my son, it's made it very real for him to know that that's a real footballer, that's who we see on the TV, and I think that link today has been fantastic.
The one thing we're looking for at our age group is enthusiasm, the love of the game and the talent. They've all got that talent, it just finds us to spot it a little bit and pick it out, but they make that easy, really easy for us, so it's just great to work with them.
I get trophies every week.
Every week? So is that called the Man of the Match trophy? Ah, okay, so there's always one in the team and you're the one that gets it every week.
Where we work with the kids, he knows all the names, he's really integrated with them, fitted into the session, and they've loved it. It's great for them to have such a well-known and great player involved with the club, and it's great for such a big name to be involved with grassroots football.
And obviously the connection with Cheshire FA, and we get a lot of support via Cheshire FA as well, really helps us out with grassroots football. It's really, really good at the moment.
And I think you're right, it's not just about playing for England, it's about the whole discipline of football and what it brings and how you learn to integrate with your peers. But I think West Kirby Wasps, from the point of view of leading the community, I think it's a fantastic facility. We've seen it out there today, and as parents you must be really pleased.
So pleased. It's not just of a Saturday when we come down and watch. It is a community. West Kirby Wasps put on a fun day where they have something called a colours day, and they all play against each other. Again, for the younger team, the development team, there is that element of competitiveness there is what you need, but there's also it's also teaching to work as part of a team, so everybody is involved, everybody gets a trophy, and us mums and dads, well, we meet new people, and it is our community now, so it's fabulous.
A big thanks to the West Kirby Wasps. It was a super day, thoroughly enjoyed it, and all the best for the rest of the season. We've also got Jonny Mellor coming into the studio. Johnny's used to tracking down Mo Farah in big races, Commonwealth Games, Diamond Leagues. I'm going to be asking him, does he think one day he's going to get past the great man? Stay tuned. Coming up in the second half, we've got Liverpool and England legend John Barnes for the exclusive In The Zone interview. We've also got our very own Will with a 60-second summary of what's gone on this weekend across the region. Johnny, it's great to have you on the very first show for In The Zone. One of the very first questions I want to actually ask you is, what makes you tick?
I think it's just to continue, bettering myself, become a better athlete, get faster, and that's what gets me out of bed in the morning.
So you've just been to Kenya,
Yeah.
done some climate training.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's a really inspiring place. That's where the best runners in the world are. So to go there, spend time there, and train, in the hills and the hot weather as well, because it's 2,000 meters. It was really good, and looking forward to going back.
Now the little bird tells me that Mo is due to go out with you in November to Kenya. How inspirational is that going to be for you?
That's right, yeah. So it'll be great to spend a bit of time with Mo, and learn from him and train with him hopefully as well.
In June this year, you came fourth in the European Team Championships. That's a great result. How did it actually fit into your objectives, and were you really pleased with fourth?
Yeah, I was really pleased because at the time I was training more for the 5 and 10k. The chance come to represent Great Britain in Germany, so I took it, and I was running alongside guys that have run a lot quicker than me over 1500. And in those sort of championship races, it's often very tactical with a fast finish. So I was pleased to finish fourth, and shows still a bit of speed left as well.
You went to Pensby School?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and when you were at Pensby, were you pushed down the athletics route, or was it something you gravitated to?
And it wasn't until I was a little bit older, when I got to the end of under 16s, that I started taking running a bit more seriously and concentrating on that. But the PE staff there were great, giving us so many different sports to do and helped me out. What
is a normal day for Johnny?
The first thing, I'll go out for a run before breakfast and all that, so I'll get my run done in the morning, come back, have breakfast, normally do a bit of work in the morning, have my lunch, and in the afternoon I'll relax and have a sleep, I'm in a particularly big block of training, and then in the evening I'll go out and for another session, the intervals or another run on the roads, and then possibly some gym work as well, depending on what day it is.
So ambitions, Johnny, what's your next ambition?
Well, for me the main ambition at the moment is still working towards Rio.
So Johnny, it's been fantastic having you on the first show. As you know, we spent a little bit of time in New Brighton in the wind and rain for the first in the whole Celeb Challenge. Let's have a look at how you did. So we're at the Champion Adventure Golf, and what a day it is. It's windy, it's raining, but of course we've got our celebs who are going to be out here and they're going to be pushing the barriers in every way they can. I've got with me Nick. Now Nick is our adjudicator for the day. Tell me, what are you looking for from the golfers, firstly?
Well, what we've done is we've picked the hardest hole on the course. It is the card-wrecking hole on the course. Yeah, there are plenty of hole-in-ones that do happen on this hole, usually more by luck than judgment, but it is possible to get that ball on the green and in the hole in one shot. Anything that gets anywhere near par for that hole, which is 3 shots, would be amazing, especially in today's conditions, which are very linksy, it's very windy and very wild.
So there you go, expertise from Nick. This is going to be a tricky one, but we're all looking forward to it. We're going to have a bit of fun and laughter. So how are you feeling about this? I noticed you practiced a little bit earlier and you were successful.
Yeah, there's a few hole-in-ones and the practice goes, so hope for a few more now.
I didn't see any of those hole-in-ones, Johnny.
You must have been looking the other way.
Well listen, so we're off. Come on Johnny, surely you can do better. You've got a chance. He's there, he's made the green. Now, all to play for. 2. Oh! Gone over the dip. tough hole and the conditions didn't help you today. But maybe I think 8's a good shot, so let's see how the other celebs go. Thank you very much. Jonny Mellor, 8 I believe?
It was 8 shots, yeah. He looked a little bit nervous, I have to say. Maybe because he was the first celebrity.
And of course Jonny is used to running in those big races with the legend that is Mo Farah, so standing on the top of that hole, it must have been...
Yeah, it's knee knocking, isn't it? It's very tricky.
So John, this morning, McDonald's Kids game, what a fantastic morning. And of course, a legend as John Barnes coming out to give kits to the kids brought smiles to the face. So John, this morning, what was it like for you to do this on behalf of McDonald's?
Well, I've done a few of them. This is not the first time, but this is the first time it's been local because, of course, my sons, who is now 26, used to play here against West Kirby wasps, funnily enough. And my 4-year-old son is going to come and start playing at West Kirby because I only live down the road. So I've done this for McDonald's 3 or 4 times all over the country, down south, in Newcastle, in Bristol. So when they asked me to come along to a local team, and I know the local team well, although my big son played against them, but my little son will be playing for them, it made it extra special, especially as it's only a 5-minute drive.
Super. And grassroots, John, you know, it all starts at grassroots. Somebody like yourself has come through the whole system and been one of our best players in the region for a long, long time. West Kirby Wasps, I think they've got it right here.
Yeah, I mean, they're very supportive, and you can see all the dads who come out, and they've got lots of teams. They've got girls' teams, but West Kirby is very similar. They're an affiliated club, which is why they get the McDonald kit. You have to be affiliated with the FA, because the FA still do a lot of good work. So as much as we've seen lots of foreign players, and more importantly, lots of foreign youngsters, and when I say more importantly, that's from a negative point of view. You've got 13, 14-year-old kids from Germany, Italy, coming to play for the big Premier League clubs. It's important for us to still support, because this is where the local lads, who are then going to be the Robbie Fowlers and Stephen Gerrards of the future, will come from.
West Kirby Wasps have to compete with the big players across the way in Liverpool and Everton. How do the academies work with reference to picking up children from the likes of West Kirby Wasps for academies?
Listen, the outreach and the far-reaching tentacles from all clubs, not just the Premier League clubs, stretch wide and far. So the fact that this is the world means nothing at all. I mean, you know, those days are over whereby you're going to have a rough diamond who's not been spotted anywhere in the world, and never mind anywhere in England. So yes, they won't suffer at all in terms of if they have any talented kid. Not just Liverpool or Everton, but they will be known and they will be spotted and they'll be given an opportunity. I'm just hoping that we can continue to support grassroots football, because what's becoming more apparent, yes, they are known and they are spotted, but it's the question of how elitist we then become in terms of wanting the best of the best of the best around Europe, which would then mean that maybe they don't pay as much importance, while they will know about them, to the local kids.
And McDonald's play a big part in this. They're giving 150,000 kits away in the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Been an FA partner for some time in the community. So you must feel their presence in clubs like this.
Absolutely. You know, the kids come, and as I said, not just West Kirby, but it's happening all over the country. And not a lot of people know about the work that the FA do in terms of, you know, supporting grassroots football. We all hear about, you know, foreign players, foreign youngsters coming in, so the FA aren't doing much, but the FA still are. It's up to the clubs. There's only so much the FA can do. They can keep doing schemes like this, but unless the clubs are going to then take notice of what the FA are doing and saying, we also want to help the local clubs, not even helping the local clubs, but looking at the kids, giving them an opportunity, you know, a lot of the work that the FA do will be forlorn.
And that's interesting, John, the chief executive of the Cheshire FA here. We're talking about the size of this organisation. It's an SME, effectively. They have, you know, it's an organisation that needs a lot of administration, and of course the FA are supporting in that.
Yeah.
But grassroots football will flourish as a result of the support of the likes of the FA.
Grassroots football will always flourish, but as a consequence of that, and what the fruition you want to see come to bear, is that the young kids who start off here end up playing for Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, rather than, and I have nothing against Janusaj, for example, who plays at Manchester United, but then to talk about him being naturalised to play for England because he came here when he was 15 as a superstar kid from Belgium, or Fabregas, who came as a superstar kid, that will undo a lot of the good work they're doing. And as I said, that really is up to the clubs to look at that and take a much more, as far as I'm concerned, ethical decision as to how they recruit.
And girls football, John, we have an international player in our midst at West Kirby Wasps.
Well, my daughter loves football, my 10-year-old, and we're going to try and get her down as well, because she loves it. So we're going to bring her down, and hopefully, who knows, maybe in 6-7 years she'll play for England as well.
Now, we've got our very own Will, and he's now going to give us a 60-second summary of what's been going on, results over this weekend.
I'm Will Rooney, sports reporter for In The Zone. I'm going to be covering all Merseyside football, so if you see me out and about, come over, or better, send me an email or a tweet. First, football, and Southport manager Gary Brabham is looking forward to the third round tie against Derby County. He knows the importance of the FA Cup magic and believes his side have worked hard enough to get to this point. Horse racing now, and Warrington jockey Paul Hannigan has flew to Dubai despite already having a broken neck. Hannigan rode over 100 winners last season, including Epsom Oaks winner Tagruda, and despite breaking his neck at Wolverhampton in November, he's hoping for a speedy recovery to ride in the Dubai World Cup. Boxing now, and a success at the English Junior National Championships. Luke Duffy of Croxteth ABC won the 42 kilograms event, and Leon Delcliffe of Birkenhead Venture took the 60 kilograms title. That's all from me. More next week, and Will Rooney signing out.
Hey, good effort. Stay there. Thank you, Will. Sadly, that's all we've got time for. I hope you enjoyed the show, and until next time, stay in the zone.